I wanted to create this audio recording in this video about my personal experiences working with my own intuition and my connection to the divine. Many different cultures have this belief or idea or theology around the psychic abilities and the intuition coming from the pineal gland. And while that is true, and while certain psychic abilities and intuitive abilities can come from the pineal gland and do come from the pineal gland, a woman's body and a woman's experience with intuition and the divine is often different. In myself, in my body, in my being, my heart and my womb space have been intimately connected with my intuition and my connection to the divine. Times in my life, even recently, where I felt like my heart was closed, or I felt like I was in so much emotional pain that I struggled with feeling connected to the divine. In those moments, I was disconnected from the divine and from my own intuition, my own sense of what is real and true for me. And so for me, in my body, my heart is the gatekeeper. My heart is the gatekeeper towards connection to myself and my inner wisdom, and the connection to the divine. Now I want to talk a little bit about the womb space and the intuitive wisdom and the goddess that lives there in your womb space. The more I've worked on my womb space and healed her and released, the more that she wants to be filled up with love and filled up with connection and filled up with the goddess. Particularly the goddesses that have a connection to the womb space. My womb space really feels connected to the Goddess Oshun. And my heart space feels connected to many different goddesses, but two of them being Yamaya, the Great Mother, and Shekhinah, the Bride. The more that we can connect to our womb space and heal and grow, the more we can receive messages from our womb. Both messages that have been living inside the womb for your entire life, and the eggs in your ovaries that carry the energy and the DNA of your mother and your grandmother and your great grandmother, and so on. And our womb space can connect us to something so ancient and so deep about being a woman. And you may find that your womb space has wants and needs and desires that are all her own. So many memories and visions live in the womb space. And we can remember ancient parts of who we are that live there. Another way that intuition can work with the womb space is that the womb space is sensitive to energy. She can feel what's right for her and what's wrong for her. She can feel what she wants to be in connection with and what she wants to be separate from. I remember an experience I had with a man a few months ago. And I wanted him to really feel and see who I was as a woman. And I asked him to place a hand on my womb space and a hand on my heart. Because that's where I lie. That's where I am as a woman lives. And the intuitive connections that a woman can have with her womb space and her heart feel different than the intuitive or psychic connections from the third eye or pineal gland. A woman in her psychic abilities that live in her heart and her womb space feels grounded, feels love, feels the goddess And there may be a way to feel love and feel grounded and feel embodied while working with the third eye. But I haven't mastered that. So if you're feeling disconnected from the divine, disconnected from your emotions, disconnected from your sense of who you are and your truth, your womb space and your heart space are inviting you to listen and be and connect. And I urge you to take that invitation. Thanks for listening.